Alright guys, so the brand new jailbreak update just came out about a day ago now, and there are a lot of things that not a lot of people have noticed. One of them actually being the rocket fuel on the snake comes out on the top there instead of down here like all of the other vehicles. But yeah, let's not waste any more time and let's get into this. First up here we have the grenades. So before, the grenades used to only be able to hold 5. Now they can hold up to 10 grenades, and honestly this is much better because now you don't need to go to the gun store every 5 minutes. Once you use up all your grenades, you could just use up 10 and it's much better. Next up here we have some changes to the rocket launcher. So before you could pretty much spam the rockets, but now you can't really do that. So I'll get up an auto clicker here to show you guys how this works. So I have an auto clicker up here. I'll quickly change this to 1 millisecond and I'll go ahead and start it. You guys can see it is working, and if I bring up the rocket launcher here, you guys can see that I am not shooting nearly as fast as I could have before the update came out. In fact, I'm going much slower than before. So the rocket launcher has been nerfed, but it also has been buffed because the damage is much greater, and you can also hit people when the rocket doesn't actually hit them nearby. What I mean by that is you could basically shoot a rocket next to a player. Like if the player was right here and you shoot the rocket there, they could still take damage from it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Next up here we have a pretty helpful change, and that is the collisions on vehicles. Before this update, the vehicle collisions in Jailbreak were pretty detailed and they were also very laggy. Hence why Jailbreak public servers weren't really the best performance-wise. But now Asimo has gone through all of the vehicles and he has made all of the collisions not as detailed, so there isn't much lag going on with the collisions anymore. So yeah, very good change. Vehicles don't lag as much in public servers, so yeah, very good. Also, something I should have mentioned, while it was nighttime actually goes by 2 times quicker, and daytime is also much longer now, so less nighttime now. Next up here we have something with planes. So this isn't really hard to notice, but not a lot of people actually use planes, so I'm just gonna point it out here anyways. As you guys can see here on the wings of the plane, there's actually some wind on it, so it looks much more realistic, and honestly it's very cool like this. And honestly, it just looks much better. There it is. You guys can see it looks very nice. And honestly, I love this change. It just looks amazing when you look at it like this. How I am right here with the cinematic camera. It just looks amazing. Also, another thing about the vehicles, they have removed some of the weights from them, so they will go much faster now because the spoilers and stuff won't be counting as weight on the vehicle. And vehicles are also more stable at higher speeds, so if I bring the torpedo here to a higher speed, it will be a much more stable than it was before the update. As you guys can see, it's not bouncing around and it's performing quite nicely. Vehicles are also less likely to flip around when at top speed, so that's very good as well. One last thing about vehicles here, most of the cars in Jailbreak have been improved in their performance. Like if I spawn in the Camaro here, it's actually much faster than it used to be. As you guys can see, it's accelerating much better, and if I put on the level 5 engine here, it does reach 140 miles per hour eventually, so it's basically the speed of the drone now, which is very good. Final thing here, so the concept car's top speed has been buffed from 277 miles per hour all the way to 313 miles per hour, so the concept is much faster now, and honestly it was a deserved buff. The concept car is literally $2.5 million, and it was slow as heck before this update, so I'm really happy to see that the concept car actually has a pretty good top speed now. And now with this buff on the concept car, I think this is actually a pretty good vehicle, and I actually think it's pretty much worth buying now. The only thing that kind of ruined this vehicle for me was the top speed, and now that it's up here at 313 miles per hour, honestly, this vehicle is much better now. It was definitely worth the $2.5 million, and yeah, amazing car now. Oh, and as you guys can see here, the transition between night and day is also much faster, as you guys just saw. Like, the moon was literally flying across the sky. Pretty cool, but honestly, I don't see the point in doing that. I mean, it's literally just the night and day transition. Honestly, I feel like the slower it is, the more realistic it is, but I mean, not my game. It's to see more bad CCs and also crit sticks now, so yeah, it's not my decision. Also have a new type of road here in the deserts. They call it the desert road, and it doesn't have a sidewalk like the other ones. It just has this little white line here. So, oh, and yes, storms and nighttime has also been made much bluer, so it's much more realistic now. They also changed how the particles of the rain looks, but honestly, I don't really see much of a difference now. But I mean, it's whatever. Honestly, I don't really care. It's just the rain particles. Yeah, nighttime looks much better now. Honestly, it just looks amazing. I mean, look at the lights coming off the concept car here. It just looks absolutely amazing. Also, the Teslas on top of the garages now have hyperchromes equipped instead of just a normal body color, so it looks much better now. Next up here we have the new Police Sirens, and these are actually very cool. I really like the looks of these new sirens. They just look incredibly unique from the old ones, and they even have a cool effect to make them look even better when you're using them. Honestly, they look great, huge improvement from the old ones, and actually, the old ones have more parts than this new one. So this new siren is actually much better on performance, which is very good. This new siren is definitely a good step in the right direction for a better siren and police car system. Because as you guys know already, police cars in real life, sure, they have a siren too, but like, they don't have just a siren. They have more than just the siren. There's more stuff to the police car. Next up here, a few of the robberies have been given a waypoint system for when you're escaping the robbery. What I mean by this is if you're robbing the power plant, you would get a waypoint system guiding you all the way to the volcano base. So let's just say I took some uranium from the power plant. They will automatically add a waypoint to the volcano base for me to go to. Unfortunately, there's no way to turn this off at the moment, but if you want to just cancel this waypoint, you could just go in here and click on remove waypoint, and it will be gone just like that. And something I just noticed with the minimap here, it looks much more like it was like drawn with a pencil now than before. Like before, it looked like it was kind of generated by the system, but now it looks like someone actually drew out the map now. Like it looks, I don't know, it looks weird. Yeah, that's pretty much everything in this new update that not a lot of people have noticed. Tell me down below in the comments if I did miss anything. If I missed something like a big feature like hyperchromes or something, this video wasn't meant for that. This was just the small things that people didn't really notice. So if you think I missed something, just make it something small, not like a huge new feature or something. Yeah. So if you think I missed something, go ahead, tell me down below in the comments. Just make sure it's not like a whole feature or something, because I definitely know about those. This is just, yeah, small things that people didn't notice. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.